Insurance denied you. Oh. For Ozempic, Mounjaro, ZepBound, or Wegovy. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Dr. 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 from Angelic Lift Wellness. I'm here to talk to you about the denial that you got from your insurance about using this new class of weight loss medications for your weight loss journey. A lot of you saw my last video how I prepared you to get the insurance to pay for these drugs. And even after going through all those steps and gathering those things that we talked about in that previous video, you still got denied. I'm here to talk to you about what options do you have now, right? So the first thing to figure out is, did you really prepare everything like we talked about? And if you did not watch that previous video, I encourage you to go do that, right? Once you know you've done all that and you were still denied by your insurance, there's a couple of options. The first option is to think about the fact that the FDA has allowed the active ingredients in these medications to be compounded. Let me explain or break down what that means. Because of the overwhelming demand for this new class of medications, the manufacturers, Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, have not been able to keep up with the demand. And there's been nationwide shortage of these medications at your local pharmacies. I've had patients call me to tell me that their pharmacy is telling them there is a 6-month back order, meaning they have to wait 6 months to get in line to get these medications. And think about how defeating that sounds for a patient that finally is losing weight, 2 pounds every week, doing great for the first time in a long time, to now hear that this medicine that is really working for them cannot be found. Well, the FDA came out and released a statement that compounding pharmacies that are certified to take the active ingredient inside of a medication and compound it, meaning mix it at a different dosage or mix it with another ingredient, are now allowed to take the active ingredients inside of Ozempic, inside of Wegovy, inside of ZepBound, inside of Mounjaro, and make what we will consider a generic version of it, okay? So the active ingredient inside of Ozempic is called semaglutide. Same ingredient is in Wegovy. As you know, Wegovy is the weight loss version of Ozempic. While Ozempic is mainly targeted for diabetics, Wegovy is mainly targeted for obesity. And for Mounjaro, which is also targeted towards diabetics, Lilly made the ZepBound as the version that is targeted towards obesity. The active ingredient in Mounjaro and ZepBound is tirzepatide, okay? So semaglutide and tirzepatide can be compounded by a local pharmacy. And when I say local pharmacy, I'm not talking about your CVS, your Walgreens, your Walmart, your Target. Those are national pharmacies, right? I'm talking about the local compounding pharmacy that makes, prescriptions specific to a patient. We would call them up and tell them, I want you to mix A, B, C together for my patient at this strength and applying it this way or that way. That pharmacy can now take the active ingredient that the FDA has approved and mix it and make these versions for us, okay? So patients that cannot afford the brand name are able to get a hold of this medication with a prescription, of course, from their doctor to that compounding pharmacy. The compounding pharmacy then gets the medication ready for you, and you can then pick it up and start using it. The difference between the brand names and the compounded is that the brand name comes in this convenient pen that you can just take out the box, dial to the right dose, and inject. The compounded version usually don't come in a convenience pen. They come in a little vial. If many of you have a diabetic family or friend, you will see that they will take their insulin out of a little bottle, take a little insulin syringe, and draw it out and inject. That is how the compounded versions come, right? The doctor will tell you exactly how many units to pull out to inject so you can start using it. Why even consider this type of medication? Well, because the active ingredient is the same. So it would work similar to the brand name pen, but cost a fraction of the price. So as I said in my previous video, this new class of drug can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $1,600 a month. The compounded version you can find anywhere from $300 range to $600 range. And a lot of times there is not for 1 month supply, it might be for 2 months supply, okay? So think about that cost difference, going from over $1,000 a month to maybe less than $200 for 1 month supply, right? So those are the reasons why some patients are using this alternative as a way to get access to this medication. If that is not something you're interested in, you can reach out to the manufacturers themselves and make a case for why they should consider you for like the special programs that they sometimes offer for patients that cannot afford the medication. Every pharmaceutical company has some type of benefit program for patients that financially just cannot afford their drugs. And if you're able to put together a compelling story why they should consider you versus the next person that cannot afford this, you might just get approved and the company might cover you for a period of time where they might just give you a coupon that you can use to get the medication. Once you have access to that coupon, you would then have to face the challenge of taking that to your local pharmacy and hoping that they know how to enter that coupon code so that you can get the medication without your insurance and without paying the thousands of dollars. We have seen it work, but your pharmacist has to be very knowledgeable about how to use these coupons. And sometimes you might have to educate them on how to actually enter these codes so that they can get it approved. A lot of pharmacies are super busy, as you know, and so the pharmacy tech is usually the ones that enter the medications in. So you will have to know how to talk to that person to tell them that there is a way to do it. They just have to find out from their particular manufacturer how that code needs to be entered for you to be able to use that coupon. So I hope that is helpful. If you guys have any questions or run into challenges using these coupons or anything, let me know in the comment section below. For those that are looking for a reputable pharmacy on where to get the compounded version of this medication, there is a pharmacy that we use here in our office, and you can text our office number for you to get linked with the pharmacy that we use. Now, of course, you have to be a patient of our practice so that I can send your prescription, or another provider from our practice can send your prescription over to that pharmacy. And you just do that by simply texting 386-855-8633. Thank you, and hope to hear from you guys.